obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams. It's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Good morning. It is day 3 of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament, the 2023 style. We are in Class 2A here on this Wednesday morning as we get you started for another full day of basketball here at the tournament presented by Farm Bureau on the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy. It's the Panorama Panthers and the Central Lyon Lions in this Class 2A quarterfinal from Wells Fargo Arena. Good morning, everybody, and welcome courtside. Along with the Iowa girl, Ellie Ruffridge, I'm Paul Yeager. You know you're going to get called that a lot this week, right?
The Iowa girl?
Yes.
We'll see.
Jean loves it. Ellie, this is welcome to this side of the table. You've played on this court. You've coached on this court. Now you get to sit from this seat. What are you looking forward to most about basketball from this vantage point?
Just being here. It's a really special week, not only as a player, as a coach, but just all of the people working this event. It's a really, really special time for the game of basketball here, and it's memorable.
And the game of basketball is great. It continues to evolve. You have two great teams. You have this is a 2-7 game. Central Lyon has rolled pretty much everybody they have played this year. They come out of the extremely tough Siouxland Conference. They have been here on a road to state that is pretty impressive. Central Lyon 22-0. They defeated Hinton to get here after 2 days of weather, delayed their regional final. They're averaging 63.5 points a game. Addison Klosterbauer and Desta Hogendorn, two pretty good players. When you average 20 and 15, that's a really good combo.
That is a very good combo. I'm really looking forward to watching these two players work together down here at the state tournament and just play well.
Panorama, no stranger. They've been at state last year, 22-2. They knocked out Trainer to get here. They only allow 34 points a game. That's a really good defense. Time Betcher and Jaden Sellers, again, double figures in the teens. Not only can they block somebody, they can score themselves. This on paper, Ellie, looks like a really good game. Why?
It really does, because I think it's really going to come down to defense. And, I mean, this is a first-round game. You're trying to settle in with making shots, but really it's who comes out with the most energy, the intensity, and who's going to, get those 50-50 balls and work for the little things.
We'll set up the rest of the Seeds for Success in a moment, brought to you by Kruger Seeds. When we come back from the well, it's state basketball, Central Lyon and Panorama next.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Back inside Wells Fargo Arena, Ellie Ruffridge, I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here on this Wednesday morning, Ellie. This is a game that they don't play in the regular season, so why not play here at this tournament? You talked in the open about just how even these two teams are. They're going to have to plant some seeds for success. What do you see as keys in this game?
Right, so for the keys for Panorama, they need to get those defensive stops and also get those transition points. So you want to push the ball, get those transition threes, and then take it to the rim. That's what they're looking for. And then Central Lyon here, they're looking to be the aggressors. They want to make teams work for really, really great shots. And they want to be the most aggressive team on both sides of the floor. So getting those defensive rebounds and those offensive boards to get extra possessions.
Desta Hogan-Dorn is 37 rebounds away from 500 on her career. When you say win the boards, that's a pretty good person to be cleaning the glass.
Absolutely. She can use her size to her advantage and then make the best of her opportunity down low.
Get out by 4 on the clock.
And this is a game here, Ellie. When you see these going through, I want to take you back now to a player. What are these girls thinking about right now?
So as we're watching these players get lots and lots of shots up, just getting the nerves out and really settling into this atmosphere. They're playing in front of huge crowds today, which they haven't in the regular season. So this is the time to get those nerves out.
All right, today's Seeds for Success were brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. We are going to take our final break, and when we come back, we will get to what this tournament is known for, the pageantry. We'll have player introductions. We'll meet everybody associated with Central Lyon and Panorama when we return to Wells Fargo Arena.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
There is a look at the Central Lyon Lions as they warm up on what is to our right, and to our left is Panorama. This is game 1 today in Class 2A on the bottom side of the quarterfinal. Coming up next will be Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and some school name. Let me see if I get this pronounced right. Pocahontas area, Ellie?
You said it right, Paul.
Is that right?
You said
Are you, what, tell me quick, without too much bias about Pokey, how good are they?
They're a good team this year. I've had a couple opportunities to watch them and also coach against them this year. I actually am an assistant coach at Spirit Lake, so we played against them in the regular season, and they're tough. Like, they get after it on the defensive side. They have pretty great shooters. I'm looking forward to just enjoying it as a fan today.
And not since the Meyer twins and some girl named Ruffridge were on the Indians were they last here. So good team there. That's coming your way here at 11:45. The winner of those two will play Friday morning at 11:45. Last night it was Dyke New Hartford over Appleton Parkersburg in a game they could have played at Stout, but instead they played it here. Sibley Cheaton in the nightcap beat Regina Catholic in that contest. And then we get to 1A. Bishop Garrigan, Martinsdale St. Mary's. Ellie and I will be back for that ball game. You get to see Audie Crooks in person again. How exciting is that going to be?
I'm really excited to watch Bishop Garrigan play, along with Audie, Molly Joyce. Those two have really made names for themselves and the Bishop Garrigan team.
And Martinsdale St. Mary's trying to play spoiler and be the second 8 seed to beat a 1 seed. We'll see how that one plays out at 1:30. Then Remsen St. Mary's, West Fork, Newell Fonda, Woodbine, Northland, Winfield, Mount Union will round out 1A. And that will be our last game tonight at 6:45. Ellie, you have a busy week. You call this one and another game today, then tomorrow with Brad Wells. And then Friday you'll be partnered with him on the Iowa PBS broadcast. So this is called baptism by fire. Here you go. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get ready to meet the two teams, Central Lyon and Panorama. Let's go across court to Tim Fitzpatrick for
Good
our
morning,
introductions.
basketball fans. Happy Wednesday. And welcome to today's 2023 Girls State Basketball 2A quarterfinal matchup featuring the visiting team, the Panorama Panthers, and the home team, the Central Lyon Lions. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Thank you. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Panorama High School and Central Lyon High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Madison Melchert, IGHSAU Assistant Director, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Panorama High School, Kevin Wood. And from Central Lyon High School, Mike and Jackie Austin. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players to today's 2A quarterfinal matchup. Here is first of all the starters for the Panorama Panthers. Excuse me, the non-starters. Number 1, McKenna Burns. Number 11, Lindy Nelson. Number 12, Morgan Crease. Number 13, Faith Recker. Number 14, Caden Iredale. Number 30, Kelsey Labs. Number 34, Emily Lutz. Number 40, Jasmine Sellers. Number 43, Erilyn Steenblock. And number 44, Addie Astley. Your assistant coaches, Allie Dahlhauser, Robin Ployer, and Maggie Armstrong. Now let's meet your non-starters for the Central Lyon Lions. Number 4, Ashlyn Murray. Number 12, Mariah Gerleman. Number 14, Cadence Boonder. Number 20, Alexis Austin. Number 24, Kaylee Floyd. Number 30, Ashlyn Davis. Number 32, Danica Hugendorn. Number 34, Georgie Odakoven. Number 42, Cheyenne Struckman. And 50, Aubrey Metzger. Your assistant coaches, Greg Town and Jared DeBay. And now, here are your starters for this 2A quarterfinal. For Panorama, at guard, a junior number 5, Caitlin Kent. For Central Lyon at guard, a senior number 2, Afton Schlumbum. For the Panthers at guard, a junior number 10, Mia Waddle. For the Lions at guard, a senior number 10, Addison Clusterboard. For Panorama at forward, a junior number 23, Time Betcher. For Central Lyon at forward, a senior number 22, Dion Jensma. For the Panthers at guard, a junior number 24, Zoe Hamilton. For the Lions at center, a junior number 40, Desta Hugendorn. And for Panorama at center, a junior number 42, Jaden Sellers. For Central Lyon at forward, a junior number 44, Riley Weiler. Head coach for the Panthers, Kylie Betcher. And for Lions, Heather Grafing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our officials for this 2A quarterfinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Steve Klein, Russ Hemsley, and Jeff Burmel. At this time, we ask you to please join us, direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those around the world who protect our freedom each and every day with the singing of our national anthem. Today will be performed by the South 15th Street Singers from Marion under the direction of Jonathan Dearland. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the
Great job. Thank you.
We'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. In blue, Panorama. In white, Central Lyon. A look at your starters at Schlumbaum, Klosterbauer, Austin, Jansma, Hogadorn, and Weiler for Central Lyon. And for Panorama, it's Kent, Waddle, Betcher, Hamlin, and Sellers. Ellie, here we go. It is Class 2A quarterfinal on Wednesday, and we're underway at 10 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning, March the 1st. Welcome to the madness. Here we go. Panorama takes the opening tip. First shot off the glass is no good. Rebound by Klosterbauer. She does what she does. And now it's into transition. Up and off the iron it goes. Putback is good.
And that is exactly what you want to do if you're Central Lyon, is get the ball up in transition, get those 2 points.
Hogadorn with the 2. 2-0 early on, Panorama. That at the top of the key is Sellers. Now it's Kent. Fans making their presence known early. The 3 on the way. Nice looking rotation from Betcher's shot, but again, rebound, Hogadorn. I think we're going to say that a lot today. Here come the Lions in transition. Now to the right wing. 3 on the way. Front iron, no good. Rebound back up and is fouled is Hogadorn.
If you're Panorama, you do not want to give Addison those open looks. She is a 44% three-point shooter.
She goes to the line here, already up 2-0. She scored the first 2 points and now misses that first free throw. See, you've picked up the announcer jinx already in your first game.
I'm doing my best, Paul.
Second free throw is up, and it is good. 3-0 early Lions. Waddle in the backcourt. A little bit of harassment there by the Lions. Waddle drives in, open, uncontested, missed the shot. Tying it up is Sellers. We're going to have a held ball. Our officiating crew today, Steve Klein, Ross Helmsley, and Jeff Bermel. Alternating possession arrow goes back in favor of Central Lyon. And again, some pressure, this time applied by Panorama. Three on the way. That one's good for Klosterbauer. Six 0 Central Lyon early on. Nice drive. Shot no good. Sellers the putback and score.
Great job by Sellers getting that offensive board and capitalizing on it.
6-2 early on, 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to go first quarter. Both these teams getting used to this game tempo and feel. Nice post move, straight out of 6-player right there. Putback is in. Hogadorn now with 5. Waddle with it on the right wing. Coming out now is Betcher. Guarded by Weiler. Nice move again. Not afraid to drive. Maybe she will be after that block shot. But Waddle so far has been attacking inside. Klosterbauer in the lane. Hangs just long enough to score. She has 5. Timeout. Panorama. Blink. And it's a 10-2 Central Lyon lead. Early on here, Ellie, what do you see?
Well, Central Lyon is doing a great job getting the ball up the floor, but then also being patient on offense, swinging the ball, and also getting those looks inside. Panorama in the huddle, they're probably talking about just settling in, moving the ball, and running their offense.
That early timeout, I mean, it gets used a lot. There's some coaches that want to try to play through it. Is the state tournament that one of those places?
I guess it depends on, what your philosophy is. sometimes it works to just calm your players down, to, again, get them acclimated to this atmosphere and to just calm them down.
Just say, hey, you've been here. In fact, Panorama came over on Monday, and then a couple of their coaches were here yesterday, but Panorama to the west of Des Moines, about just under an hour away. Central Lyon a little further as the shot is off the mark, and Central Lyon will push it up. The Lions, they came down yesterday after a team send-off. 3 rolls in and out. That thing was all but down for Jansma, and then it's going to be off of Central Lyon. It'll be back to Panorama. And again, pressure, just kind of token at this point from Central Lyon as the ball gets into Waddle. Morgan Crease into the ball game for the first time for the Panthers. Betcher, now Waddle. Crease sheds her defender, and the ball hangs up on the rim enough. And again, Clostebor. Okay, that's like the 5th time it seems that that Addison has taken the ball and thrown it baseball pass-wise. Is that all about that transition that you talked about?
Right. They're doing a great job this first quarter of looking ahead and trying to get those easy transition shots, whether it's a 3-pointer or an easy 2. If I'm Panorama, I would probably start to add the defensive pressure on her.
You mean after on the rebound, like stay with her so she's not able to turn and throw?
Yeah. So have a garbage stay up there. So what I mean by garbage is a defender who stays and really gets after the girl with the ball, and then have a safety valve who is all time getting back so they don't get those transition buckets. Garbage safety.
Don't get the layup on the one end, and also prevent the flow that the team wants to do. 3 on the shot clock. The Panthers are going to have 2 seconds here to get this shot off. There's another element that we have to consider as Alexis Austin comes in for Central Lyon. And a reminder that all substitutions today are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Stay worry-free with IMTINS.com. 2-1, and they will not get the shot off. The minute you tip the ball, that just disrupts any chance you have in that 2 seconds. And that shot clock new this year, Panorama, the turnover on that. Again, another new wrinkle to the team.
Yeah, I think it's a great addition to this sport. It speeds up the game and just makes it more fun to watch and play, for that matter.
Clostebor again. She is having a night. 8 points already, 2 of them 3. 13-2 Central Lyon, flexing early. Panthers, let's see what kind of roar they have to battle the Lions. And that is going to be a 5-second there as Steenblock just kind of stuck with it. She couldn't get anybody else to open up to get her that pass. .3:14 to play first quarter. It's been all Central Lyon so far, but Panorama, you look at percentages and you just hope that they don't play out. Schlumbaum, swung over now. Hogadorn, top of the key, 3. Off the mark by Jansma, rebound to Waddle. Panorama trying to find some type of open shot. They get it right there, and it just won't fall for Betcher. Second chance point, now a foul coming.
That was a great skip pass look to time. Betcher looking to get Panorama going from the 3-point line. Hopefully these free throws spark that in them.
I talked about percentages, and right now Central Lyon shooting 5 of 9 from the field, 56%. Panorama 12%. Just a tough 1 for 8 in the free throw is a miss there. So not even a free throw is falling for Morgan Crease and Panorama right now. Not time to panic yet. Got to let this game go out as Crease coaxes it down, and that ends the scoring drought. Schlumbaum. Cut inside. Now to the right block. before the shot. What do we have? 3-second lane violation called on Central Lyon. Hugedorn was, I guess, camped out. So you get the stop now, Ellie. Now you got to get the score.
Yes, if I'm Panorama, I want to get a really, really good offensive possession here, moving the ball and finding an open shot.
It's kind of hard to do, though, when you've got a defender on you the whole time.
Yes, it is.
So, I mean, Central Lyon is long, and here's that transition. They get out in front with Schlumbum. And her shot is blocked
Great
by Jaden
hustle.
Sellers. But Central Lyon will counter with a 15-foot jumper by Kaylee Flewitt. Just when you thought you did something well, that's the game of basketball sometimes.
That is a game of basketball, and it comes down to the little things here at the tournament. Teams are playing to move on to the next round. It's all or nothing here.
We're going to have a push called underneath. I think Clostabor whistled there. The length. There's a couple of teams that just have, I think of one of the gals you coached last year at Johnston, 3 on the way. Aaliyah Riley has those long arms that make it really hard. What is it about a long arm player that is so hard, it's so advantageous in basketball?
It is, especially if you put them on top of a zone. It's hard to make those passes when they have those long arms. And they're really crafty with their defensive pressure.
3 is a little short by Betcher.
Talking about size here, Coach Betcher mentioned Zoe Hambleton. She's the energy of this Panorama team, but she's not that tall. And we talk about heart over height in the game of basketball. Sometimes that comes into effect with the game.
Are you speaking from first-person experience here, Ellie? What are you saying?
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter how tall you are, as long as you got some heart and some fight in you.
And there's a lot of fight in a lot of these players, as a couple of offensive rebounds for Central Lyon early. Jansma. Schlumbum. And it's going to be out. Oh, it is going to stay with Central Lyon. Boy, I thought maybe that Weiler had last touched it.
It looked like it from our point of view.
That's actually a foul that was called there. So a fresh 35-second clock, but the Lions haven't really needed it. Game clock under a minute.
Panorama doing a really good job with this 1-2-2 half-court zone.
Nice drive, rebound, block again by Sellers. Second block of the game, this time not a quick putback, but now 15 seconds on this shot clock with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And Jaden Sellers, she had picked up the foul that last, that set up that possession. She was the one whistled for the foul. Oh, nice cut. Right around Betcher. Betcher clears it. Now the
pass.
Up ahead, they have numbers, 4-on-3. Sellers from the right block scores.
Great offensive possession for Panorama.
15-5, back to a 10-point advantage. You can hold Central Lyon and not get a clean look here. You got to feel good if you're Panorama. Defense key in the final 3. 3 on the way! Front of the iron, no good. Tied up, clock expires. Lions not able to score. We've played one. Central Lyon 15, Panorama 5.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs, and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Quarter number 2 underway here at Wells Fargo Arena on this Wednesday morning. Central Lyon from far northwest Iowa, 15. Panorama from center west Iowa, 5. Quarter 2 begins like the first one did. A couple of quick shots by Central Lyon, but this time Panorama is able to play defense, so that's 2 consecutive stops, Ellie Ruffridge, that Panorama has been able to do.
Yes, it is. It looks like they're settled in right now.
Stolen away by
Steal by number
Slumbum.
2.
Man alive. She goes down, gets rid of it, and who's there to collect and probably score? Not quite by Klosterboer, but darn close. Again, the Lions, such a great team. Floater in the lane. No good. That is going to be... I don't think Betcher had to save that one. I think that was going to be off of White. But, you know, you get wrapped up in the moment. You want to save any loose ball.
Exactly. Those 50-50 balls do come into effect.
Hugedorn again just cuts, finds the basket, gets into that crease. Lead back to 12. Betcher. Hamilton kind of stuck with it. Now Sellers, left side, no good. I think Desta, just her presence kind of impacted that shot a little bit. Right wing for Jansma. Dribbles down into the baseline. Now back up 3. Open look. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Mia Waddle. All right, you've had a quarter to kind of digest things. Anything from paper to in-person, Ellie, that you see here by either team?
Well, Central Lyon so far has done a really good job at attacking middle. They're getting jump shots in the middle and then looking inside and using their size. But they're also getting a lot of wide open three-pointers. So Panorama needs to make those adjustments and find the shooters. And then Panorama on the other side just needs to just run their offense. That last offensive possession they have 5 girls on one side of the floor. So just working on their spacing and trusting their teammates here.
First free throw is off the mark. Second one is down for Weiler, her first point of the game. So let's see what type of offensive flow Panorama can do. Passing is important for what reason? Why is that so important to get that ball spaced out and moved?
Just to run your offense effectively, but not forcing anything.
Ball gets onto the ground there for Waddle. Her shot is left to the mark, and again a rebound by Weiler. Again, up-tempo baseball pass. Nice drive and altering a shot. Not sure Sellers got a hand on it, but a rare miss at close range by Central Lyon. Inside to Sellers, and that's going to be a foul on Desta. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the pass, but I'm guessing many nights that over the top of the defense pass work. You don't play a team like Central Lyon very often. It's so long. How do you work around to try to get what a pass has always worked all year to work when the defender is so good?
This is one thing that a lot of players don't really think about in the game, but use your ball fakes. Use those bounce passes, one dribble down to the baseline for an inside look rather than always doing those rainbow passes inside. You want to make strong, crisp passes, especially down here at the state tournament.
Oh, what a strong, crisp pass that was for Dion Jansma. Her bucket there, and then a foul by Slumbum, I think. So now Panorama will have to inbound with a little more set pressure. $20-5, 5.5 to play here.
Great take.
There you go. That's Zoe Hamilton. She's the energy of this team.
She is.
And what does Coach say? She likes paint play. What does she do? She goes into the paint.
She's small but mighty, Paul.
I love it. Three on the way. Good looking shot. Nothing but net. Close to bore. 11. 3 threes in this first half. Biggest lead of the game now for Central Lyon. 3 counter short by Waddle. Rebound Central Lyon. Weiler dishes. Wide open look again. Man, every single time, Jansma. It doesn't matter who it is.
Oh, they got shooters all around the perimeter.
Central Lyon, 22-0 out of the Siouxland Conference. You're like, Siouxland, I've heard people talk about that. Well, Sibley Ocheyedan here at State. They won last night against Regina. Sioux Center. They won yesterday. Nice drive to the rack, just a little hard.
That was a great take by Mia right there. She is their general on both offensive and defensive sides of the floor.
Again, a drive, and this is going to be, I think they're going to call a block there on Betcher. Time kind of stepped in front of her. Betcher is a competitor, you know. This is a gal who tore her ACL last January. Then she played 4 games before her surgery, including games at the state tournament last year. Hit the game winner to get him here from the regional final. Oh, and by the way, those coaches' kids. What is it, Ellie, about coaches' kids?
You know, we're typically gym rats, always in the gym. I did have an advantage, too, with my dad being the athletic director. So you name it, what time, what day it was, I was always in the gym.
But when did he last coach you? Was that like AAU ball type thing?
He actually coached me as a senior as well, just as a volunteer assistant. So all the way up 4th grade to my senior year, he was on the bench with me in the group that I played with.
And he'll be back here today. The shot by Sellers is no good. Gets a rebound. She still has position, ripped away by Steenblock, and Panorama will get another chance. Kent loses the handle, goes off of the referee, but it stays Panorama basketball.
Yeah, great job by Panorama sticking with that possession.
Oh, there's your pump fake that you talk about.
There
and
you
a drive
go.
and one.
And one.
Oh, so Jasmine Sellers says, I can't let my sister have all the fun. Jasmine, a leader of this squad, and so maybe there's a look at that drive and contact after the basket. Fluid is whistled for that foul. 26-9, so Panorama trying to get in the double digits here at 3:10 in the first half. Before the free throw, we have a whistle. And I think we're going to have we have a lane violation. We'll get a free throw again. Back in is Betcher.
For any young players who have a passion for the game of basketball and you're watching and listening to this game, use your ball fakes and your shot fakes to your advantage. It's one thing that people don't do enough in the game of basketball.
Are you talking directly to your students that might be watching, or was the substitute not allowed to turn the game on today? Did you actually make lessons plans for them?
I had to make 3 lesson plans. I should give them a shout out too.
Jasmine Sellers steps in front of that. Loose ball all the way back. No, well, they'll reset the shot clock. Thought that maybe didn't change possession. And we have a travel on Central Lyon. So, yes, you are teaching. You were coaching at Spirit Lake last year. You coached, helped with the Johnston team after your playing career at Missouri State. Kind of a couple of good experiences there.
Oh, absolutely. They always say college is the best years of your life. It was a bit of a rocky road. Definitely things I struggled with, but really, really special time for me down at Missouri State.
So you would make the trip to Des Moines. I remember coming to see you play at Drake, and I think there were a lot of red and black in the crowd that day. Your fan base just stays with you all the time.
Always. Really, really grateful for all the support I've had over the years. Doesn't matter where I'm playing, people are always there.
And there are lots of alums that come down that maybe move to somewhere else. Maybe they move to Central Iowa. Like, well, I'm going to go watch Central Lyon play today, and there might be some alums here. Same with Panorama. It's a big community thing as we get to these smaller classes. But they come and support. Inside turnaround shot. Good. Clusterbohr again. 13 first half points. She has 13 of the 28 for Central Lyon as they lead by 18 as we're under 2 minutes to play here at half. Nice drive. Wadley loses it. Gets it back. Now Kent. A little too much for Sellers. Betcher. Man, harassing
Central Lyon
defense.
is all over the floor, and then their defensive pressure results in 2 points.
Dion Jansma, the beneficiary of that effort that happened in front of their own bench. Heather Grafing still up coaching. She said, I have had not much sleep the last week. Sellers in transition. That shot falls for Jaden.
Great shot. And Panorama has gotten to the lane. They've gotten shots up. They just need to be balanced and knock those down.
Nice cut again. This time it's Jansma. She now has 9. All of her points coming here in the second quarter. Minute to play. Lead is 20. Three from Betcher, no good. Rebound, Austin. Lions will have to get a shot off here as there's about 15 seconds difference between the two clocks. Or they'll just shoot it early. A little short. Sellers didn't quite corral it the first time, had it knocked away, but teammate was there. Wadley. Waddles, no good. Her shot blocked. $15 seconds to go before half. Central Lyon, the dipsy-do and score. Afton Slumbum, her first 2 of the half. 5 seconds for Waddle. Now Sellers got to shoot it at the horn. Good if it goes. Shot is long. And it is all Central Lyon in this first half. 34-12. As we go into the halftime break, we will come back and kind of recap this first half and then have our halftime festivities. It is this Class 2A quarterfinal. Central Lyon leads Panorama. Back in a moment on the digital network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Swing's the place for you!
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Halftime, Central Lyon leads Panorama 34-12. It has been all Lions. They are looking to get back to that final game of the season. They've run the table. They've been undefeated. And right now they've kind of been unstoppable, Ellie.
They have been. They're really taking it to the Panthers. And, I mean, again, Paul, it all comes from the defensive pressure turning into offensive opportunities.
Frankly, okay, you say that. That to me brings up an excellent point. You've talked about offense and passing. Central Lions only passed the ball like 2, maybe 3 times, and there's an open shot. It's been all of that transition, and defense has created so much for them. Where does that come from? Is that a philosophy? Is that athletes? Is that programmed, something they've done since they were 3?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. It's having a good basketball IQ, knowing where your teammates are on the floor at all times, and a lot of it comes from playing together for so many years. I know when I was playing with, you mentioned earlier, Faith and Grace, I mean, we played together since we were 5th graders, and we always knew where we were on the court. And you're seeing this from Central Lyon. They're getting those passes right by us at our table, and, I mean, they're having like 2 to 3 passes before they get that shot off.
You mentioned about maybe trying to stop Central Lyon on long pass. That kind of did seem to get taken away. So Panorama's made some adjustments there, but they haven't quite been able to pass and get into too much flow. If you are in the locker room right now, I would say flush it.
Right.
What do you say?
That's exactly what I say. You got to move on. Growing up, I was always told to have a short-term memory loss. So again, that half was done. It's over. Now you got to focus on the next 2 quarters that you have and just give it all you got if you're a Panorama Panther right now.
You have to be a goldfish. You have to pull a Ted Lasso. Flush it and move on. We're going to move on right now to our halftime interview as our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau. This week, Aaron Kirtley had a chance to talk with the Iowa Farm Bureau President Brent Johnson to learn more about Iowa Farm Bureau's support of the IGHSAU and the student athletes across the state.
Thanks for joining us for the 2023 Girls State Basketball Tournament. I'm Erin Kirtley with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We hope you're enjoying all the competitive play that you're seeing here today. We're so thankful for those who support us and help us put on such great events, none of which are more important than our longtime partner, Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Here with me today is Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau. Thanks for joining us, Brent.
Thanks.
So we want to tell the viewers about the Iowa Farm Bureau and the support that you provide the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest in supporting the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union in all of our tournament games?
The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for 18 years. We're thrilled to once again be a part of the state girls basketball tournament. But to us, it's so much more than just a basketball tournament. The athletes competing here today are among the nation's best and brightest student athletes who have a great work ethic and understand what it means to work as a team. We share the same values. Through hard work, our farmers are among the nation's best, not only in corn, hog, egg, and ethanol production, but also lead the nation in conservation. That's a lot to celebrate. And our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to honor both.
So your support for youth and education goes beyond the IGHSAU. What other support does Iowa Farm Bureau provide Iowa's youth?
Farm Bureau celebrates Iowa's youth in many different ways. Number one, Iowa Farm Bureau, we give our students across the state nearly $500,000 in scholarships every single year. And through our teacher supplement program, we've given teachers over $450,000 in supplies and money so that they can properly have their classrooms put together for their students. In conjunction with the Girls Union and the Boys Athletic Association, we're proud to sponsor the concussion insurance. You know, there's only 7 states that even offer that. And for the 4th year running, we provide that for those student athletes at no cost to their families so that they continue to compete at a high level. And most recently, we're really excited to announce that we've given the FFA Foundation $1 million so that they can support their local chapters and ag education across this entire state so that they know what the future of agriculture means to everyday Iowans.
The student athletes participating this year are taking home some pretty neat souvenirs from this tournament. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of our favorite programs is actually the Signature Ball program. And it's a great opportunity that every student competing here today gets to have one of those signature balls so that they can have their teammates, their coaches, and mentors sign this ball so that they can carry this memory forward for them long into the future.
Well, thanks again to our proud title sponsor, Farm Bureau, and for Brent for being with us today.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
All right, Frank, the store is yours. See you Monday.
What do you think he does in there? Think it's risky? I forgot my phone. And now you know what happens on Sundays.
Hey fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Did we just get a souvenir under here, Ellie?
We did. I'm trying to get it right now.
Here's the problem. You give Ellie Ruffridge a basketball, she's likely going to shoot it from anywhere on the floor. What do you see here, Ellie, in the first half on that stat sheet?
Well, right now, Central Lyon has 11 offensive rebounds. So, again, they're turning their missed shots into made shots. They're getting those offensive boards and then capitalizing on it. And then for Panorama, they're only 5 for 25 from field goals on the floor, Paul. So, again, need to do a little bit job putting the ball in the hoop.
Well, okay, so that's an excellent point. And you made me want to look up what is the season field goal percentage for Central Lyon is 47%, and here they're below that, up by 22 at 44%. That to me says they get a lot of layups, and we'll talk about that when we come back for the second half right after this.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Slady's the place for you!
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
It has been all Central Lyon in this first half as they lead 34-12. It's their biggest lead of the game. Panorama comes back out, trying to Ted Lasso it, be a goldfish. Flush that first half, Ellie Ruffridge.
Flush it.
Move on. If you're Central Lyon, though, more of the same, foot on the gas?
Absolutely. You never want to let up. When you have a commanding lead like this, you want to take charge and make a statement. You're at the state tournament. Here we go, second half.
Panorama comes out. Their starters, Kent, Waddle, Butcher, Hamilton, and Sellers. Open shot from 3 is off the mark by Betcher. She's had a rough day of shooting, just not been able to have a good, clean look, which a shooter likes. And there is another shot by Clostabor. She's headed to South Dakota, and glad you don't have to play her on a regular basis.
She's tough. She's showing that she can shoot the ball from the perimeter. She's showing her passing skills.
What is it about court vision? You know, I mean, you're talking about passing skills. Is that all about vision or just understanding where team players are going to be on your team?
Both. Having your head up, and it's also being a great ball handler. You got to be a good passer and a great ball handler if you want to take your game to the next level, and she has shown that in this game.
Does a nice crossover right there. Little dipsy pass inside to Hugedorn is out of bounds. It'll stay with Central Lyon. 9 on the shot clock here. 1 minute gone by in this third quarter. Nice bullet pass inside. Turnaround shot over Sellers is no good, and it's going to go again off of Panorama.
Those are the rebounds that you got to grab for if you're on Panorama. You need those extra offensive possessions.
And that was something you had noticed about the rebounds. 26-13 was the advantage that Central Lyon had in the first half. 11 offensive rebounds. Why is it that offensive rebounds are talked about as so important?
It gives you another opportunity to score. It gives you an extra offensive possession to get you in your set.
First free throw is good by Hugedorn. She now has 8. Averages 15 on the season. She's only 37 boards away from 500 in her career. She's also just short of 1,000 points. She'd have to have an Ellie Ruffridge-like tournament or Caitlin Clark-like to get that 174. But, hey, anything's possible.
Anything's possible down here.
One of the Hall of Famers this week will be Alexis Conaway, who I think put up something like 36 or, you know, just a ridiculous amount in a game. You scored a couple of times in the tournament too, right?
I had some pretty high-scoring games on this court.
Your team did too. As the rebound goes away for Panorama without going in, so they are stuck at 12, 35-12. With 6 and change to go in this game. Nice interior pass.
That was a great inside pass.
Hugedorn again. She was all tournament last year. Looking, if she keeps playing the way she is, she's going to be back on that all-tournament team. Panorama one and done again. Oh, free throw extended, shot good. 12 now for Desta, and there is a timeout by Panorama. Again, stop this a little bit. Let's talk about Central College, shall we? Central College is one of those schools that has you covered with career-building programs. And with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. All right, that timeout, why'd you take that one at that moment?
Again, just to settle in. Move the ball. Trust what got you here in the first place. And we talked about this at halftime, Paul, but we really haven't seen Panorama run that effective offense yet.
And some of that is you have to give a ton of credit to this defense. It's
Absolutely.
Just kept you from getting any type of flow, and we've seen it time and time again. Betcher with the step-back three. That one was real close to falling. Maybe that'd get her going. But, again, one and done for the Panthers. Central Lyon, we talked about it in the open, just how good offensively, but defensively, they're almost even better. Is that shot by Desta, now with 14. Defense wins championships is an overused cliche, but right now Central Lyon's trying to turn that cachet into a chance in the semifinals, and they're well on their way, up 41-12 here in this third quarter. Another IMT Insurance. Be worry-free with IMT Insurance at imtins.com. Betcher.
Great backdoor cut. Just couldn't handle it.
Loose ball still rolling around, and now we're going to have our held ball as Jaden Sellers tied it up.
And that's one thing, Paul, that Kylie Betcher talked about with her team is how in practice they've been practicing with this level of intensity to move the ball quicker, to make hard cuts just like that. However, they weren't able to handle that backdoor cut right there.
Cross-court pass. Clustabor, transition, nice floater. I remember last year, anticipating watching her play and didn't think she could improve her game too much, but man, she has just gotten better as this year goes on. Foul will be out here by Weiler. She's got 1,000 career points as we look at Weiler heading to the bench after that foul. But Clustabor, 1,000 career points, school record 38 against Boynton Hall. She's the 2A player of the year. She's been all tournament. She had 19 in the title game. That's a lot of accolades. You'd like to get one more, and that's a state championship.
That's absolutely in the back of her mind right now. She's playing for something greater than her own stats, and that's winning a 2A state championship.
But your shot is no good. Rebound by Austin. Step back three from way out. Good.
That's such a tough shot. The Coyotes are getting a good one right there.
I think I even asked you this question when you were playing. What is it when you're in the zone as a shooter? What is that feeling like? Nice drive to the hole there by Hamilton. But what is that zone like?
You're in the zone. You feel unconscious. Every shot is going to go in, right? And, it's loud. The crowd is into it, and to be honest with you, Paul, you're really not aware of that as a player. I mean, from my
you mean you're not aware of it, that you're shooting every shot in, and that it's the hoop is the size of a
the
tanker?
Ocean.
Yeah. Nice transition there with Austin. You do hear the crowd then once the shots start going in?
I personally didn't. I mean, sometimes in the moment you're like let's go. It's super fun, but for the most part, it's just you're kind of in your own element and nothing really else around you, I guess, comes into effect.
Well, it has been a zone that Clustabor has been in as she gets the pass after the rebound and dribbles it up. Now it's to the top with Slumbum. Dribbles through that top defense into the three-corner again. Another three. 21 points. Clustabor making a case.
Central Lyon doing a good job too. She's hot. She's feeling it. So if you're a great teammate, you're going to find her those open looks to pass her the ball and to get her more shots.
51-12. Biggest lead of the game here.
That was a great pump fake right there, and she gets herself to the free throw line.
The pump fake works.
It does, I'm telling you.
Okay. You opened the door earlier and I couldn't quite say it. But, Ellie, that was one thing about you as a player. The height wasn't on your side. You found every advantage to get an open look. And that's something you had to do your whole life. It wasn't like you were the tallest one in 5th grade and everybody caught up. How is it that, where did you pick up that pump fake had to be part of your game to find an open look?
I just had a lot of coaches over the years telling me, you know what, if you want to set yourself apart and you want to play, at the highest level, you got to do things that not all of the players are going to want to do. And it's doing those little things, pump fakes, shot fakes, working on your ball handling. Ball handling is something that not everybody likes to work on, but it's crucial.
Well, it allows you to get a whole lot of things into your game and add it. We have to do a whole lot of taking a break right now as there's a timeout on the floor by Central Lyon.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Back here at the state tournament, there's a look at where the two teams are from. That little dot in the upper left corner is Central Lyon out of Lyon County. And Central Lyon plays in the Siouxland conference. Heather Grafing is their coach. She's in her 15th year of coaching, 8th here at Central Lyon. She's a former player in the state tournament and also has been a coach at teams before. And also Coach Betcher for Panorama. She, too, a former Iowa girl back as a coach. And last year we had a whole lot of women coaches, and maybe not quite as many this year. But, Ellie, why's coaching fun for you now?
I love being able to connect with the players and being able to show them what helped me reach success as a player and teaching that, coaching that to the players I get to work with on a daily basis. It's just fun for me to see the game on a different side.
Waddle with the layup for Panorama. As Central Lyon, again, over the top of the defense, and again, Hugedorn's going to get a chance at some more points here with the clock stopped at 1:31. That coaching level, there's different level. I mean, everybody thinks everybody aspires to be a head coach. There's a lot of headaches and rewards and challenges that go with that position, but why is it being an assistant coach calls to you?
I love it because I get to work with the players more on a personal level. I get to know more about them and just really connect with them rather than always focusing on the X's and O's and doing all of the scouting report and stuff. I do a lot of that, but really it's working with the skill development that is my passion.
And helping somebody like maybe a time betcher say, you know what, maybe the shot's not falling, let's drive. Where does that, coaches have to make those adjustments? I mean, when you spend a whole season or lifetime with some of these girls, like if you gave birth to them, you know where maybe a game needs to adjust for them. How is it you see things in real time, or a coach can make those adjustments?
I've been around the game for a long time, Paul, so just giving them a piece of advice and telling them what I'm seeing from the bench, and then hopefully my advice can help them carry it over when they get back into the game.
Shot no good by Sellers. Loose ball chased down by Kent. And now it's back to Betcher. She drives in, pulls up transition. No. That is going to be off of Davis. Ashlyn Davis. She took part in something, Ellie, called the Night of Notables. Do you want to take a wild guess who she went as in her 5th and 6th grade year? She went as Ellie Ruffridge, and later this week, maybe we'll show you the picture of she spot on, had your look nailed.
She did. She had the headband. She had the messy bun. She even had my jersey number on. She had the whole costume. It was great. Fantastic to see that, taking me down memory lane.
And the Central Lyon, Coach Grafing had said, we all know who Ellie Ruffridge is. Coach Betcher said the same thing. We all know. You were on the program one year. I mean, you've been this is a different, this is probably your first time back here. Well, I guess last year coaching. But before that, being back here, knowing the success you had, we'll take a break here as the quarter is over. Back with the fourth after this.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
Back here at the state tournament, and a reminder that the Iowa Bankers Association is the proud sponsor of the Parade of Champions and the Iowa Student Achievement Award. Parade of Champions will be part of the festivities that you'll see on Iowa PBS Friday night, beginning at 5:30 with our pregame show. Ellie Ruffridge, Laura Leonard, and myself will have the pregame to get you ready for Class 5A and 3A. Then Saturday we'll do the 4A, 2A, 1A championships along with the pregame show that goes on at 1:30 Saturday afternoon. So make a week of girls state basketball. 53-18. It is fourth quarter, and I apologize for my confusion into that last break. I watch a clock that sits across from me and not the one on top of the scoreboard, and it still had a minute left, and then there's red. And Ellie, you're learning sometimes I get confused easily.
Hey, you know what, Paul? Everybody makes mistakes. I forgive you on this one.
Well, here's $10 for that, and also for that bucket. Close to board. My goodness. Again, now with 24, and I have her down for 6 threes. Whistle on the floor there as the clock continues to run as we're over 35 points. So in high school basketball in the state of Iowa, that means we have continuous clock, and that's a tough place to be if you're Panorama or any team, Ellie, and you just have to keep fighting, and that's what
there you go.
Waddle does there. She scores the bucket now with 5.
Yeah, if you're Panorama at this point, there's another one. She's in the zone. But if you're Panorama, you're going to have that continuous clock. It's soaking up every last second playing on this floor because they had a great season this year. So, again, keep fighting until that final buzzer does go off.
The last couple of weeks, they've worked really hard and had their practices and the intensity, and it is the memories. And, you know, these girls had come over, like I said, Monday night, and they've gotten some of those arena jitters out of the way. It's just they ran into a buzzsaw in Central Lyon here today. Nice move to try to get open was Hamilton, and that shot misses. And again, here come the Lions.
She'll shoot it. There's that shooter's touch right there.
And when you score 30 points, that's a big threshold. And that also sends a message to the rest of the 2A field. If you didn't think we were good last year, wait till this year. The bucket is going to be waved off, even the shot attempt. But Slumbum is going to be called for the offensive foul. This 2A field, the next game is Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Pocahontas. Winners here last night, Dyke New Hartford and Sibley Ocheyedan. There's a lot of good teams left. We could still have a rematch of last year's 2A final. A lot of teams have to win a lot of games yet, but it's still a possibility, and you can guarantee that Central Lyon wants another chance in that title game. And I'm guessing, and when we go into the post-game media area, we're going to hear a lot. We have been motivated by that game last year, this whole off season. And now Panorama with 4:40 to go. So we have a whistle and another foul. It's going to be on Jansma. And now we're going to start to see some of the substitutions happen, so we'll try to get everybody's name in. Dyke New Hartford beat Central Lyon last year in that title game 59-52 in that 2A game that was kind of crazy because we had some nutty weather going on outside at that exact same time. Tornado warnings around. And
oh, I remember that. I remember that. I was here last year, and it was just crazy. You had tornado sirens going on. Weren't there games that had to be like...
We delayed a little bit.
Yeah, you delayed them. There was just a lot going on.
Yeah, and I've never seen that. We always talk about the weather at the girls' state tournament. Well, it's not normally the tornado. Stolen away by Jaden Sellers. Takes it the length of the court and scores. Sellers now with 8. And then we have a Central Lyon player that has a quick injury to contend with. And she's holding the left foot. Oh, the ankle for a basketball player.
Never a fun injury to have. And Paul, you talked about weather. Central Lyon has had to deal with the weather as far as snow goes, especially up in northwest Iowa. I mean, you're having games delayed. You can't get into the gym to practice, which is definitely frustrating. You know, when you're a player and all you want to do is go in and touch basketball and be with your teammates. A lot of teams here in Iowa have had to deal with that all winter long because of the crazy weather.
Well, it delayed Central Lyon's regional final game by 2 different days, and that just kind of messed up the flow as Panorama gets a steal and a bucket. Hamblinton. And now we're back into a 62-26 contest. Out of bounds. Off of Central Lyon. I think Davis had that go off her hands. And another substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance. Be worry-free with IMTINS.com. More substitutions. Coach Grafing said, you know, I'm a superstitious one. I don't look ahead. I didn't want to take anything for granted that we'd win a regional final and look ahead at state. So I kept my head down and did all my focus on Hinton, and it worked. Mm-hmm. There could have been maybe an assistant that did some work, but not the head coach. But, you know, that is true. If you cannot win that regional final, there's no point putting in the effort to get who you play at state.
Exactly. You can never overlook an opponent. You got to take care of business and focus on one game at a time. And that's exactly what they did to punch their ticket to the state tournament.
2:30 to play for Panorama. In the corner, Betcher's shot is long. Tipped around, and now Central Lyon has Aubrey Metzger with that rebound. Up ahead, Georgie Odakoven. And that is Ashlyn Davis. Pulls up the dribble. Mariah Gerleman. Now Davis. Loose ball. Tied up. We'll have it held. It'll go back to Panorama. Now, Panorama brings a lot of juniors to this squad. They lose one Sellers girl, Jasmine, but Jaden is a junior, so it's that junior class. Maybe last year they got here a year earlier than they thought as sophomores and thought they had more to prove as juniors, and now they'll just say we're motivated as seniors as Betcher hits the shot. And a loss can be one of those things that really motivates a player.
It really can. Just adds more fuel to the fire. I mean, if you're a player and you have another opportunity to play with several of your teammates again, you're going to work hard in the offseason to get back here and to maybe get a first-round win.
Metzger hit the bucket for Central Lyon, and then hitting it there was Tyne Betcher. And now we have, again, some more substitutions as Tyne is going to go to the bench. And coming in, let's see, Emily Lutz, McKenna Burns, Kelsey Lobbs, and Lindy Nelson in there for the final minute of this game as another substitution. coming in. That is Faith Recker. Nice drive, almost scoring there. It's Hogadorn. And now we have a held ball and a little more bench clearing coming. In for Panorama, Addie Astley and Caden Iredale. Turnaround shot from the lane is good. Aubrey Metzger gets in now. That's her 4th point of the game. Final seconds tick down for Panorama. The shot off at the buzzer. Good if it goes. It won't, though. Just off the mark, and Central Lyon with a statement 66-30 win here in the first round of the Class 2A quarterfinal tournament at Wells Fargo Arena. So, Ellie, it was a whole lot of Central Lyon today.
It really was. They made a statement in this first round game, and they're going to take this momentum with them in that quarterfinal game on, is it Thursday?
On Thursday.
Yep.
Or on, Friday.
Friday,
Yeah.
Yep.
Friday, they'll play the winner of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Pocahontas coming up here in just a moment. But for Panorama, they will finish the year 22-3 and bring a whole lot of nucleus back for this senior team. But now we're going to have one more presentation.
In addition to receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Madison Melchert and Gary Ross. Congratulations, head coach Kylie Betcher and the Panthers from Panorama on an outstanding basketball season. And now Addison Clusterbohr will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Central Lyon fans, your team advances to the 2A semifinals and will play the winner of our next game between EBF and Pocahontas area. That'll be Friday at 11:45 a.m. And fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School.
All right, Ellie, as we take a look at the just kind of the final recap of this contest, we did it just leading into that. Central Lyon looks like a team that is on a mission here. I mean, they just rolled from the beginning, hot shooting. It's hard to defend a team that shoots well.
It is, and I mean, they got a lot of players that can step up and knock down shots, and we saw that from several players on Central Lyon. They're not afraid to pull the trigger from wherever. So,
and it was an inside-outside game, too, and that also makes you deadly.
It was. Getting those inside-outside looks, especially getting those looks from the middle. If you can get the ball into the middle, you got a lot of things going for you.
And you picked it up right away within the first 2 plays of this game about how important transition is and how you stop transition. And it was really hard for Panorama to do today.
If I'm preparing to play for Central Lyon, you have to stop their transition game. And in the first quarter, I mentioned a term called garbage. I got that from my coaches at Missouri State. We always had a garbage and a safety. And the player that was responsible for the garbage was to really just make it really hectic for the point guard or the girl making that first transition pass up the floor to eliminate those easy transition points.
I had no doubt you would be really good at this role. How do you feel after game 1?
I feel good. I feel like, I'm settled in. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch the game because, again, I got a lot of work I still need to do.
A student of the game still watching tape. For Ellie Ruffridge, I'm Paul Yeager. That's going to do it for this Class 2A quarterfinal. It was all Central Lyon. They send an end Panorama season. We have another game coming up in 2A. Then we'll get to 1A. We'll be back in a little bit here. You're watching the Iowa High School Girls State Basketball Tournament from Wells Fargo Arena on the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy. So long from the state tournament in Des Moines.